Today on Pollen Weather, the coasts are happy and flyover country has all the pollen. Welcome to Pollen Weather by Pollen Wise App. It's Wednesday, October 7th. I'm Landon Bunderson, and this is the place for daily allergy news and forecasts. Today it feels more like summer than fall in the Central Plains and Intermountain West, and the Northeast is going to get a cool front. Looking at last night's overnight lows, the temperatures were mostly in the 50s and 60s. Phoenix Company excluded, they had a low in the 80s. No frost, no abrupt end to the pollen season last night. There are some cold overnight temperatures coming this weekend, so stay tuned. Just a reminder, if you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. The pollen map looks a bit bleak today for the center of the country. From Michigan to Idaho and Texas to Arizona, we have a lot of very high pollen conditions forecasted. Idaho and Oklahoma are going to get into the 90s on the pollen index. Those are the worst spots. The Intermountain West, the areas with sagebrush at least, are seeing more and more sagebrush trickle in. Though the brush I'm checking on the Wasatch Front is still not releasing much pollen, the big sagebrush pollen loads should come right after the coming weekend frost. Waco and Texas in general, hang in there. The season is pivoting downward, albeit imperceptibly right now. Over on the mold forecast, Iowa and Missouri are the worst spots in the middle of the country right now. Very high conditions are also persisting in the Central Valley of California, Las Vegas, and the Wasatch Front. Still quiet out east. We're watching and waiting. As for ozone and particulate matter, California is sending plenty of smoke particles out to Utah and other states. Colorado and Wyoming have their own fires, and we've got ozone affecting greater New York City. Today we're featuring the best and worst pollen cities in the network in the last 7 days. And guess what? The worst spot is not Waco, it's Phoenix. Phoenix hasn't gotten a lot of love from me on the forecast of late, but the levels have been sneaky high. The best city for pollen, on the other hand, was San Diego. San Diego is a perennial pollen winner in my book. The closer to the ocean, the better. That's it for Wednesday. Thanks for listening. Remember, you can find previous episodes on the Pollen Channel on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, check out the Pollen Wise app, the only place for real hourly pollen and mold counts.